So, it has been a long winter, ups and downs, and hopefully back into a run of football now, and first game in the Connaught Shield, and I'm sure it would be a swig of 7-Up to celebrate with that win. Comfortable enough, easy enough game for the most part. Result was never in doubt really at half time, and some cheeky goals, all sorts of different finishes. 6 different goal scores. How do you sum it up?
Well, we knew coming here today that we were going to have to lay down a marker because we're treated as the start of the season and hit the ground running. You know, we had Christmas off and stuff like that, and we were training hard over it, doing our runs and stuff like that. So we knew we had to put that into play and work hard and just come here and come away with the victory, and we did. And yeah, 6 different goal scorers, 7 goals. I mean, it was great. Different finishes and stuff like that. So I think we put on a good display today of what we're capable of.
And Manulla has been a difficult place for us in the last few years, and to put 7 past them up here is something that's not seen too often, but I'm sure it'll give you a bit of confidence going ahead into the main season now.
Yeah, I think even from underage and everything coming over here, there's never been a scoreline I've played with as high as that, so it was no easy task. And as I said, we've laid down the marker now for the rest of the season, and hopefully the other teams will look at that and know that we mean business this season, and we're going for every cup that we can possibly win.
So the weekend saw the B team bound out of the Connaught Cup against an excellent Salthill Devon side, you have to say, with a scoreline not as heavy as even better teams than the B team has suffered against Salthill Devon, you have to admit. So they gave a great account of themselves from what I heard. And the C team this morning with a lot of 16, 17-2-olds in the starting 11 give a good account of themselves, even though Ballina Town B, with players that are playing at a standard that are really a couple of divisions higher of that division, putting a few goals past the C team to go on and win themselves. But the C team should take heart from that and learn from it.
Yeah, I mean the whole point why the C team and the B team's been set up is to develop the players and kind of get them used to senior football, because a lot of the lads on the C and even B team will be stepping up from underage football, like under 18s and whatnot, and it's a bit more different, I suppose, than playing underage. There's a lot more physicality and stuff like that, so I suppose giving them a run out with the C's and B's team in a hope for maybe even a couple of months, few years, they'll be up playing with us full time. It's a good system to have in place. I think it gets them ready for what's to come when they step up the leagues and the age groups.
Speaking about the younger lads, there's a few of them that will be in the TF tonight with the underage presentation awards. There's 18 players going from the club. There was actually 19, but one lad is back in Ukraine again. But 18 is a great number to be going forward for individual awards.
Yeah, it gives a great account for the club and stuff, having that many lads going to one awards night. It shows what we're all about, that we have high quality players, and you know they love to win individual awards but also team awards, and hopefully now they'll take a few home with them.
And next week the league kicks off, home tie against Ballinrobe. So we knew what Ballinrobe offered against us in the Junior Cup back in October. They've got a new manager in since. Interesting to see how they set up. I know they played a low block against us last time round, restricted us to very few real scoring opportunities. Dan Brown scored from a penalty that day, and they looked dangerous on the break. So I guess Ballinrobe, we have to wait and see how they'll set up against us this time round.
Yeah, we can't take anything light-hearted or even dwell on the results today. It was good win, lots of goals scored, but we need to keep that run going. We can't take it for granted. So we'll work hard this week in training and prepare together, and we'll go into the game next week now to hit the ground running again, start the league off in a good way and send a message out for everyone. Hopefully.
So we look forward to the league, and we look forward to talking to you again during the season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, Kenny.
Not too many games of late for the first team. This is really a third game since second cup game actually since November, and Connaught Shield after going out in the first round of the Connaught Cup here against Manulla, and it was, to be honest, a fairly easy win at the end and very comfortable throughout the game. Gary Cunningham under very little pressure. Is that how you sum things up?
Yes, to be fair, couldn't look at any other way. It was a good win for us in the end. In difficult enough conditions, the pitch wasn't easy to play on. But to be fair to the lads, their performance was really, really good. Our movement was really, really good. We made it really difficult for a side that like to dig in and work hard and play off all the second ball, but we controlled the ball and we did an awful lot of stuff really good. So for us, we have to take the credit for that. Pre-season wise, it's been difficult for us. It's very hard for all teams to get games now at the moment, given the weather. We haven't had as many games as maybe others, but we've done a lot of hard work. And then we've an awful lot of players involved in the Oscar trainer and involved in the Regions Cup now as well. So this was a good, useful workout for us. And I suppose for all of us, the real work starts next week.
And it's been a busy weekend in the Connaught Cup. The B team might have lost to Salthill Devon on Friday night, but from what I heard, they gave a very good account of themselves in that defeat. And it has to be remembered that they conceded less goals against Salthill than even teams better than the B team.
Oh look, we're very, very proud of that B team. To go down to Salthill, anyone that's seen the team sheet that Salthill had in the day, it's pretty extraordinary. With still further players, big signings coming in from League of Ireland clubs, so to go down there and to put on a performance like that for as long as they did in the game, you've got to look at all the positives from the club's point of view. The experience those young boys got, the knowledge they'll take out of that game, that only furthers their football development. So it's all pluses from our point of view. It was a really difficult draw, but we were focused on getting as much out of the game as we could, and I think we succeeded in that. And Michael was really, really happy with the boys, really proud of their effort, and I second that. And some of those boys were back out again this morning on the seaside. So the attitude amongst the group, their commitment to the different teams is fantastic, and a really good weekend for us, really.
And moving on to the C team, it was their debut game against a very strong Ballina Town B team, it has to be said, and a lot of debutants this morning for the C team. So at the end of the day, it was always going to be a difficult try for them. I know Ballina Town B won, but of course it's going to be a step up and an experience for these young lads again with the C team.
Look, there's no doubt in the world about that. That's going to be a difficult enough division this year, with the likes of Snooper and Bangor coming back into it. A really good Ballina B team that are like a fish out of water, they don't belong there. But from our point of view as a group, that's the type of football we want our young lads to experience. I think it was 5 or 6 of the lads on the pitch this morning were 16 years old. So for them to be gaining an experience like that, that's all positives. There's no negatives. The results don't matter. It's experiencing adult football, learning in a safe environment, and lots of those players go on to be really, really top players for the club, really good footballers. We were particularly pleased this morning. I thought Tom McHugh was excellent in what he did, his organisation, his communication to the rest of his group, the hard work that went on amongst the group on the pitch. I saw the first half, and up until 55 minutes they were very much in that game. So it's just learning now, it's sustaining it, and what those boys would have learned this morning is at adult football, set plays, physicality, all that stuff comes into play, and they were exposed. And as the season goes on, they'll learn that, and their natural football ability will start to kick in, and we'll get lots of little wins out of that.
And next week the league campaign starts, home tie against Ballinrobe Town. We played them back in October in the FA Junior Cup, and we won 1-0 courtesy of a Dan Brown penalty that day. So Ballinrobe Town, do you expect them to set up like they did, low block defending, hit us on the break?
I don't know actually. They have a new coach, he's an exciting coach, he's renowned for his teams playing football, so it's a bit of an unknown quantity for us. So it could be quite an exciting game of football, I think. They have a lot of players back, they've had a really good pre-season, and they're also out in Shield duty today, so I don't know what to expect. What I do expect though is to see an enormous improvement in our group from where we were 12 months ago, and we've made a lot of progression. We have a lot of players to come back into this group again for next week, so that shows how strong we are. So I think it's a huge challenge for Ballinrobe. I think it's a big challenge for us, but one we should be up for, and we should be capable of winning at home, and that's what we'll be setting out to do this week. It's not going to be easy, but it's there for us to go and do it. So
back to the Connaught Shield again. I know there's some big sides in the competition. I know it's the first time we've seen top division sides in the Shield, so it's an opportunity for us to have a good run in it.
look, it's important. These are the competitions the boys enjoy. You know, they're getting to play from teams from different leagues. It you know, gives them a break from league every week, something else to focus on. So yeah, we're pleased to be in the last 16 of this. I think it comes up again in about 2 weeks' time, maybe 2-3 weeks' time, and there's lots of sides in there that are maybe not used to being at this level, and there's some really good sides left in it. So it's a competition we should be looking to win, and that's what we'll focus on. We'll focus on the next round and trying to get through that, but it's a competition we can win, and it's one of our goals now.
Indeed, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.